Gosh, never ready. Good evening. I'll be Aubrey Valentine for the last time. Thank you for joining us for our season finale, part two. My pronouns are he, him. It's now muted. Let me go check.
What would a stream be without a little technical difficulty?
How about now?
Hello everyone, I'm Robin the God, and for the last time, question mark, dramatic pause, I'll be playing Ambrose Swinzer. Who knows though? The Zamitzi who is no longer masquerading as a Nosferatu. We'll see what happens tonight. I have my eulogy written. Christian.
You're googly.
Hi, everybody. Hey, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, and tonight, for the final night, I will be playing Maximilian Washington, Gangrel Primogen, and hopefully still leader of this lovely, lovely coterie that he's found himself with.
And now that my mic is turned on again, hi, my name is Dylan. You can find me across the interwebs. Roll for Dylan everywhere. My pronouns are he, they, and I will be the storyteller one more time for our chronicle. My friends, my loves, my dears, it's time to sink our fangs into part two, our finale for Darkness over Norlands. Bleh.
What?
When last we left off, we're going to powerhouse through this right now. We were in the Grulon secret library where Lady Grulon gave gave Aubrey three old Tremere
Scrolls.
scrolls of rituals. It was calling the aura's remnants, stone of true form, and warding circles against spirits. This is also the time where Ambrose decided, why not? I'm just going to tell, the primogen of the Ventru, hey, I am actually Ambrose Windsor, and there's a whole bunch of Tzimitzi hiding in the city, and we're going to have a battle, a war. The bad things are going to happen. Lady Grolon took it surprisingly well. She just said, all right, you better clean up your mess, and then I'm not going to do anything else about it. She sent you away. Megan went with you guys, and she helps translate the old text into proper English for Aubrey to understand, which she excelled in learning it extremely quickly. Picked it up just like that, as if it was an old shoe, and like the back of his hand, he knew it. They flew from there to Angelo's home, where Aubrey put a ward of the spirit underneath him, and then banished the spirit out of Angelo. Angelo came down, came back to, and then Aubrey took care of the other kindred and the few mortals in the area, while he and Megan then fixed their memories of the humans to go, hey, this never happened. It was all because of something in the water main burst, and you guys are all now getting affected by it. That is the lie that we are going with. And then they all started driving over towards the mansion. During this time, Ambrose let Angelo know, hey, I'm actually Ambrose Windsor. Angelo grabbed him and threw him in the back seat, was about to take him out, where Max put on his authoritative voice and made sure that his sire did not kill his coterie member. Explained he is much more valuable to us alive right now than dead. Fuck the blood hunt. Fuck everything else you know about Ambrose Windsor. We need him now. And then Aubrey's in the back going, I'm trying to learn how to save the city. And then Angelo goes, okay, so you're going to be our number one guy. Got it. No problem. Cool. We're going to have you save the city. Angelo says, okay, I'm not going to kill you right now, but once this city is saved, not Aubrey, excuse me. Nope. Aubrey, Angelo, Ambrose. The hunt's back on, Ambrose. So we got to the mansion. You guys made your way in, went up into the prince's office. Prince Felicity's at her desk with this map of the city out. 3 cell phones are going, and there's all conversations, and she's looking ragged. This is when Aubrey, who had also given a call to Mike Nelson, his adopted sire, and said, hey, we need more Tremere. I need help because we're fixing this. And he said, okay, I'll get some Tremere from Baton Rouge, which is where the prince was from. The Mike Nelson and the other 30 Tremere get to the mansion just after the party had explained to the prince, hey, we know how to fix it. Aubrey's going to fix the whole thing. Prince Felicity then said, okay, all bets are off. Whatever we said about you, I take it back. We're going to put all of our faith into you right now. You are the man of the hour. And for the next hour, you spent training Prince Felicity and all the other Tremere and Mike Nelson how to use these old rituals that even the prince did not know. While that was happening, Max took Angelo and Lady Aisha down into the room where you all first met, down into the parlor, shut the doors, and said, hey, okay, so long story short, Thorn is Ambrose. And then Lady Aisha started flipping out. She was fighting her internal beast. And this is where, once again, Max stood up on principle and showed everyone why he is the Primogen and why he is the leader of the coterie, in being the pillar of justice as well as the voice of reason to everyone in the room, including this very old, very well-known and very feared Banu Hakim, Lady Aisha, one of the members of the Four. During that time, Ambrose took a step out by himself because Ambrose knew that it was going to be a bad idea if he went into the room with Max. He wasn't allowed into the room with the Tremere, so Ambrose went outside. Upon going to the street, he saw a person over in the distance, started following them, went down an alleyway, and the person just happened to be his father, saying that he was a disappointment, how he is not surprised that he ended up at this point. And then as Ambrose started coming closer while he had trying to change his body into like a monstrous form a little bit, Ambrose's father put his hands in his hand and just moved his fingers back, and he turned into Daniel, Ambrose's old lover from when he was a younger man. Ambrose started to step back, and more conversation happened, and then Ambrose's visage of Daniel turned into his mother. And that is where we left off with... Ambrose was just... Oh, you had your hand inside the chest of your mother after it turned into the face of General Miracos. And we were finishing up with Max was also leaving the parlor room with Angelo, and Aubrey was coming down the stairs with his entourage of Tremere. The only difference is it took, we're saying, an hour's worth of time for Max and Aubrey, whereas Ambrose's, your time span has only been about 10 minutes. So we're going to take a step with the two gentlemen, and their groups are meeting. And we're going to hold Ambrose for a moment. So, my friends, once again, inside the mansion of the prince, inside of New Orleans, the stage is yours.
So everyone's like meeting back in the main like foyer, like main
Yeah.
huge.
Yep. So the Tremere are coming down the spiral staircase, like that grand-looking half-arch stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and Angelo are making your way forward from the parlor room. So it's like, yeah, pretty much right in the foyer area.
Can the crashing be heard?
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The crash out is definitely being heard from whoever's in the vicinity. Lady Aisha is still throwing things around and slicing things up with her khopesh while screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure
having a little tantrum.
That's the context of what the room sounds like. As I approach, I'm gonna approach Aubrey. Just be like, so how'd the learning go? It's a lot of people learning the same thing.
I really thought with all the talking up of the blood magic and everything, they'd be better at this, but they're really not.
So you're saying that?
I'm the greatest wizard of our age, yes.
I'm the greatest wizard of our age. Okay, all right. I know the greatest wizard of our age. I'm cool with that. So what do they know? Do they know the spells to save the world, or is that still like on your shoulders? Is that still
mostly splitting up into groups of people who know it the best?
Okay, all right, cool.
I'm taking the ones who know it the least.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. I'm down with that plan. That's a solid plan. Does that, I mean, like he like leans in, like you say bad? Does that include the prince?
They're arguably the best of the group.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how Americans do it, but the bus they ride isn't the long one.
Oof, ouch. Yowza. Okay.
The prince walks behind. She goes, "Oh, damn this adaptive hearing." So,
yeah, I was hoping they would be hearing the loud crashing more than they would be hearing that conversation. Ooh.
I thought it was always the Nosferatu looking in the corners, but
she goes. She turns her head towards the parlor. She goes, "Why there's always someone throwing things in this mansion? Anyways, that's fine. Whatever. So listen, we're all getting into.
I give a look to Angelo. I'm like,
we're all going to be. What is this? Sorry, 1 second. Something just popped up and I don't know why it's there. I need to delete this. Okay, good. Go on.
uh-oh.
Anyway, she goes, like Aubrey had just said, we're going to be breaking up into groups. We're going to break up into 10 groups. 10 groups of 3, I think, works best. Would you agree, Aubrey?
that sounds like a plan to me. I'm all for splitting up. They do in all the best movies, right?
Wonderful. So then she unravels the map of the city that she had rolled up in her hand, and she starts delegating different groups into different areas. She goes, "You're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to go there." And then she says to you, Aubrey, "Where was the first one that you all found?"
The first, that was in the sewers. Right? Yes.
Very well.
We got rid of
Looks
we got
like-
rid of that one. I thought we did. No, did we or no? Yeah, okay, cool.
No,
did not get rid of it.
we ran from that one.
Yeah,
rather
we ran from
quickly.
that one because we didn't understand it. So yeah, makes sense.
The secrets.
Secrets. Well, then it looks like we are going into the sewers, my friends.
Yeah, we should do that. I'm gonna. Have you seen? Like he almost says Ambrose. And he's just like, "Have you seen Thorn around?"
every time I close my eyes, but sadly not for some time now.
If we're gonna have someone be in the sewers, I think they would be the best one there, just in case.
I should probably be there watching their back, of course. It's a dangerous place, the sewers. Something I
And-
would not usually willingly offer myself.
Their back, not their ass.
That's the same thing, is it not?
Angelo just like pinches the bridge of his nose and goes, okay, we can't find Thorn. All right. Of course not. Hey, Prince Felicity, let's
Pain
just
is just another ingredient in the ritual.
let's just go ahead and we'll worry about Thorn later, gentlemen, right? We'll figure him out at some later point in time.
Oh, I do think, but we should find them considering what we're up against. Besides,
It's a good point. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go talk to the guys outside. Oh my goodness, Spider Queen raiding with a party of 29. Hello, welcome to Darkness Over New Orleans. This is our season finale. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, everyone. Don't mistake my silence for intelligence.
oh, thank you. Hey, hello,
Wow.
Matt.
Hey, Matty Stormcrow, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
All right, so we are leaving the prince's mansion. Angelo says, "Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the guards outside, see if they saw anything."
Yeah.
And he just heads out away from the small group of 33 people that you are.
Hey, man, it's a gathering.
And as he's leaving Prince Felicity, she's now making her way, after having delegated to where everyone's going to be going. She's heading over to the parlor room to see the damage that has happened from Lady Aisha.
Boy, that's good. And I'm like, as they're leaving, I look over as they're like leaving and make sure they're out of earshot, if that's possible. And we'll just like put his hand on Aubrey's back to like push him along, to like start heading outside. And it's like, well, just a heads up, I told Lady Aisha that Thorn is not Thorn, and that went well. I managed.
Well?
Listen.
Look, we don't
managed
need
to-
blades to get stabbed.
Well, I'm hoping that the anger, because I told them that they've been lied to. I told them that they've been tricked by Devoran. I did say that. So their anger is now in a different location. It's
We're telling
still...
other people's secrets now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. For the instance of this, the Zemitzi army that might be coming our way. Yes, this.
I was hoping to leave town before that became a problem.
No, I think it's the same problem. I think it's connected to the same problem.
Ghosts are also monster people.
Well,
How did
like
we
I
get
said-
so lucky?
Oh, I wouldn't say luck. Luck is not the word I would use in this instance.
As you say that, Angel comes
Lord.
rushing back over to you, puts his arms around both of your shoulders, goes, fun fact, nobody knows what the fuck
Sir.
and your buddy is, Mr. Windsor. The
Oh,
gentleman
boy.
at the front, they saw him walking
longer
that
fear
way
being staked.
about 40 minutes ago or so, and he hasn't been seen since.
Okay, all right. Son of a bitch. Just gonna... All right, thank you, and I'm just gonna... So you
Let me
can,
collect my team.
like look over at them, at Aubrey, and be like, we gotta find them.
Quickly now, boys. Every ritual has a cost. Let's play the component of it.
And then we'll rush to the direction that they were last seen in.
Sure. So while you are rushing, you also have the Tremere following you all, along with Angelo, and now Prince Felicity, and Lady Aisha is behind them all looking ragged. Her typical pressed dress and tight back hair, it's a mess. Everything's just a fray. And you are all now walking down the street outside the prince's mansion. Heading towards the first alleyway, which is down the way a bit. Let's see. So yeah, that you're at that intersection, and if you would both like to roll wits and awareness for me, please, to see what you find out.
Wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness.
This is
Bop, bop.
Awareness, not my best. Well, there's always next time. Oh, quite possibly, maybe not.
That is 2 successes on my part.
Oof, okay.
We have a lot of wit score awareness.
So the math is 1, but I tried really hard, so I think I deserve like a mulligan or maybe at least a cuddle from someone
All
really
right.
nice.
So, a cuddle. That's nice. So, between the two of you with your
I was mostly
successes,
focused on like my entourage. I was talking all kinds of shit more than I deserve. I was sitting here doing, listen, boys, I do not cast magic. I command the will of the very damned.
let's
It
get
really-
down to
my beast-
business.
It flows through me.
All right. So,
Your
with
beast
your
listens
successes,
mine.
you guys notice that the alleyway is pretty barren. Like it looks as if it has just been another night in New Orleans where people toss garbage on the side of the street. You can't tell if anyone has been here or for some time now. There's no indication that there was a possible scuffle. There's no blood marks that you're aware of. It's just an alleyway. You are unaware of anything else that may have happened here.
Okay, oh man. That's not good.
Well, men, clearly you need to fan out and figure this out as I look towards my newly gained crones as if it is their responsibility.
The
someone
prince
here is missing.
then says, "Are we really supposed to be looking for someone right now, or should we go about and fix the city?"
It's very hard to get to Ritual without fuel, but I guess I have these boys, don't I?
And the group of Tremere goes, yes. Aubrey, Mr. Valentine, you have us all at your disposal, sir.
Oh, I don't believe in luck. Just unfortunate accidents. So if we're not going to be finding my friend, I guess we shall get to work in the sewers alone. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
No.
No.
Max is gonna pull out his cell phone to like see if he can call them to see if they pick up, see if they hear that the cell phone in the alley. Terrible thought. And hope and just hope.
Sure. You call his phone, and it takes a few moments for any type of connection to actually happen. It's not. You don't get any rings. You just have some dead air. Then you get the. This number has been disconnected.
Oh, he works quick.
Okay.
He probably didn't pay his bill. That happens to me all the time.
I'm gonna see if there are any animals around.
Yep.
Any rats, any cats, any who could have you who alleyway.
So
folk.
in the area where you're in the French Quarters. There are not many stray animals in this area. This area is one of the more nicer areas of the city where it's more upkept. One second, while you're searching for this, the rest of the Tremere have started to disperse and start going to the other locations to take care of the city. You do, however, see a dog in one of the windows who's just like staring outside and looking at all the people who are now there.
Yeah. I'm gonna like connect with them and be like, "You been staring long?
Hi, are you friend?
I am friend. Yes.
Oh, hi, friend. I am dog.
Well, nice to meet you, dog. I was wondering, have you seen anybody else in this alley in the past 45 minutes?
I don't know what a minute is, but I have seen people.
Who have you seen?
I don't know.
Can you describe them to me?
They were people. They were humans, just like you peoples. They were tall. They had hair. They like to walk nicely.
Mm-hmm. Were they wearing shiny material? Was one wearing?
Oh yeah.
shiny-
He walked under the light, and it shone like the sun a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What happened to them? Can you tell me?
Oh, they left.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. They went down. Oh, which way they go? Oh, which way did they go? I don't know what it's called, but there's hole on floor, and they go in the hole.
Okay. And Link looks over at Aubrey, staring at the sewers. Were they with anybody?
He's
Yeah.
not a really cool dog, is he?
They were with 2 people.
2 people.
Yeah, 2 people.
What did they look like?
Oh, one kept on changing his face. I don't know what that was all about. The other one, oh, I don't know what that even looks like. It wasn't really a person, I don't think.
What if they weren't a person, then what were they?
Oh, you know, something. I don't know what it is.
Did it have lots of teeth?
No, had lots of faces.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Did they look like they took them down there by force, or did they go willingly?
I think that he brought them there. He showed them where the hole was, and they went down with him.
The shiny one showed the other 2.
Yeah, Shiny go down the hole.
Okay, thank you. You say your name was Dog?
I'm dog. Yep.
Appreciate you, Dog. I really do. Okay. And
Oh, so you've made more friends now.
yeah, I mean, hey.
Are they brilliant wizards?
No. He's a simple dog named Dog.
Oh, so did he
Also-
help him find our friend, or?
Yeah, and our friend's not alone.
So everyone's making new friends now.
But these ones aren't really good ones. One's got many faces, and one changes a lot.
Well, we should get on a hurry. Did they tell you which way they were going?
And he points down to where the sewer
Oh,
is.
so when I said the suit wasn't good enough, you had to talk to this. That's
I
fine.
had to make sure that they didn't get dragged off anywhere else.
It's fine.
Hey, what's your
Take
friend
your
saying?
opinions.
What's your friend saying? What's your friend saying?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's fine. They're being very nice to you. They love you a lot.
Is this conversation over?
I thought
Yes,
we were
this
ghosts.
guy.
Okay, I go now. And you see him run off, and you see like his tail like smacking the curtains.
Oh God. Okay, we need to go.
All right.
They are not alone. And they have Zamichi not back up, but they allowed them to go in the sewers with them. They made them follow them.
Made.
Well, I say made when I really mean like they escorted them down there. Seems like
Well, we should get going.
we should. Oh boy, okay. All right, we can do this. This is one night. It's one night. We fought dinosaurs. It's fine. It's fine.
Angelo, Prince Felicity, and Lady Aisha, they all walk over to you and goes, well, this is going to be one hell of a night, huh? And they start to
Said
just move the manhole cover out of the way. The Prince Felicity, she stations 4 of her hounds on either end of the street so that no cars can come up or down. And Andrew goes, I'll take the lead. And he just Mario jumps into the sewer.
Yeah, I'll follow right behind because I'm not trying to be anywhere near Lady Aisha at the moment right now. We're not on speaking terms right now.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell her that I knew, did you?
Just jump in.
That seemed like extra information you didn't need to tell.
All right. We're going to stop with your guys' scene and we're going to time travel back over to Ambrose, who now has her hand inside of the chest of General Miracos.
Been through a hurricane of emotions, rage from seeing his father's face, grief, and from seeing Daniel's, and hope with his mother's, only to be dashed away with General Miracos coming out. Adrenaline is coursing through his veins, and inside, Miracos would be able to feel Ambrose's hands trembling. He is a powder keg right now. And yet, despite that, with everything he's learned, control, he understands, is paramount. even with that betraying little slight tremble, he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath. This is too easy. You could kill me right now. Is that the game? Dragging the dead from their graves just to watch me flinch? Memories and masks, my father's rage, my mother's kindness, Daniel's touch. How? And he pulls his hands out of the Tzimisce. He isn't pulling anything with it. They're bloody and full of whatever viscous was inside of the Tzimisce. How utterly predictable we Tzimisce are.
You hear a second voice from behind you and up a bit, on one of the walls on the side, and it's a woman's voice that's not very feminine so much as it is androgynous. And the voice goes, "We may be predictable, but that was disappointing, Ambrose. I was hoping for something more. You couldn't have done just a little bit? You started off so well, changing your body. You had a big mouth on your stomach. You shoved your hand into his chest, and then you just gave up. I've seen you do so many horrible things in the past. Why did you stop now?"
Good look at this person. What do they look like?
You turn and you behind you up above, about 10 feet up, sitting on the top of a wall, one leg crossed over in a what's it called? A eggplant colored business suit, sits Devora. She has a what's that actress called? Audrey Hepburn hairstyle right now. She has not lipstick, but her lips are outlined with black eyeliner, and she has gentle rouge to her cheeks. And as you look at her, she just waves hello to you. She goes, "It's been a long time, hasn't it, Ambrose?"
Really, sire. You're in my dreams every night. So, New Orleans is a breath away from being consumed. And all you can do is play parlor tricks and pass it off as something magnificent. You are losing your touch.
Losing my You have no idea the lengths of what I've gone through for this moment. You think we just walked in here? You think this is just an evening, a Tuesday night?
So, did you bring darkness over New Orleans?
They said the title. They said the title. This was planned for quite some time. Every single thing that has happened since you came here, I've been pulling the strings. And it was far simpler than I expected to. And a lot more fun as well.
For amusement, my suffering? Well, congratulations. You have it. Now what? What is it you're trying to do? New Orleans? Really? Taking over New Orleans for what reason?
I'm starting things fresh. And I only needed one more piece of the puzzle in order for the whole thing to come together. And that's you, Ambrose. It's always been you. Miracros here even said that you were special. Don't you remember the little conversation he had with you in your neighbor's house, which you all decided to go into, where one of his battalions was seated.
To rewrite this world? I thought there was something more. Something else, a war. This doesn't seem like a war. I'll go with you. Just leave this city alone, yes?
Oh my. It's that simple.
Of course it isn't that simple.
I mean, it very much so sounds simple. That's quite honestly all I wanted. I am surprised. I am quite surprised, Ambrose. I was expecting you to try and just, do something dramatic like you usually do. Make a big scene of something and then just tear someone or something to pieces. But here we are. You're a changed man. I applaud you, Ambrose. I truly do. And you see her just gently golf clapping. And then right in front of you, Miracos brings his hands up right in front of your face. Just gentle. I knew he has a half smirk on his face as well.
This is not me giving up to you. This is my city. The breath you breathe is mine. This entire city, from the mortals to the kindred, they belong to me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even realize it. What do you think I'm going to fucking do? When the time prevents itself. Maybe not now, maybe not in 10 years, maybe not in 20 years. We have an eternity together, but the fact is you will never know. You wore Daniel's face. And for that, I will make sure that every night you live is a living hell.
Would you like to know something even funnier, Ambrose?
No besmirching his memory. He was far greater than you could ever be. I knew what it truly was. You never knew. You have never known. And that fills me with so much joy that you will never know an ounce of the love that I felt, that I still feel with Max and Aubrey. But regardless, you can't do anything more to Daniel. Not anymore.
Devora puts her hands down and she starts looking. She goes, such a large way down. I'll be down in just a second. And she disappears. Just completely disappears from view as you feel your body pulling from your back. You feel your skin like pulling away from itself, yet still being there. Every inch of the back of you just like has a sensation of being lurched backwards. And you feel it's not you, but it feels like you, detached from yourself. And Devora steps out through you. And she says, okay, here we are. Very good. And she gets right next to you and goes, there never was a Daniel, Ambrose. It was always me, keeping an eye on you at all times. So yes, I do know love. I created it for you. Like this city is yours, you are mine. Mirkos is mine. All the Tzimisce that I command is mine.
You well-practiced liar. I'll give you that. You... Oh, God. No. There... Daniel was You could not love like he could.
Do you know
No
who
one could.
Daniel was? Do you know who Daniel was? Daniel was a poor child that I knew back in the first city. Long, long ago when we exiled ourselves there. We waited for far too long, and I got bored, so very, very bored of not entertaining myself with humankind or other kindred communities, so I found someone when I left. And I watched how he grew up, and I watched how he entertained himself, and I watched how he interacted with others, and I said, that's something worth having. And I kept that right over here to use at some point in time. Oh, and use it I did.
Good. You're very good. His hands are trembling and a bitter laughter escapes him. And the laughter turns into a scream which he holds his hands over his mouth. No. Fine. Tell me something. Tell me something only Daniel would know. Something he told only to me. A secret. Let's see if you could do that.
Your favorite piano key is an F sharp. And he would sit there at the piano, strumming it gently for you. With every step that you took, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. So that every step was yours, and every time you hear that note, no matter in what song it may be, you remembered walking towards your Daniel.
I understand.
Oh.
Nothing's real. Nothing's real.
Things are
What's-
about to get very real. And I truly appreciate you saying you would come with us. It makes things a lot simpler. Trust me, this could have gone horribly. I mean, this is not going swimmingly right now, of course, but it could have gone much, much, much worse.
He lunges at her and rips at her neck with his teeth.
Okay. As you do that, she starts laughing. Just laughing. I'm not even gonna bother having you roll. You lunge for her throat, and it just becomes calcified. Just immediately. And she goes, oh, sorry, she doesn't say anything. Miracos goes, sir, do you need me to take care of this one for a moment and educate? And
Hands off me!
Oh, he wasn't touching you. Devor just goes, no, I think that he's about to learn a truth that was hidden from him and everyone else. And it will hopefully put him in his place. And he just takes his hand and like thwaps it out into the side. Doesn't hit you, just whoosh, and it extends like massively. And we're talking about it takes up half the size of the street. And he just wraps those fingers around you and lifts you off. And he says, you dare try to bite the neck of the first child.
What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean?
My name is not Devora. It's one of many names and faces that I have taken over countless years. And you see Devora's face start to change constantly. A kaleidoscope of faces just moving in rapid succession. It's like a conveyor belt just going in circles and circles and circles. And you hear each face as it's passing, they all speak in unison. They say, "My name is Andelion, the first child of the Elder. And you are one of ours."
Ambrose, with his extra arms and open mauve belly, is fighting as hard as he can to get to Andrelius?
Andelion.
Andelion, holy fuck. To rip him apart, no matter who he is. And eventually he does stop, mesmerized by the faces and all the voices. His arms fall to his sides. His shoulders slump a little bit. And he stares hypnotically at the faces, as if trying to find Daniel once more. Who is Andelion? Why? Who was the first? What are we going to do?
Oh, sweet child. And he returns back to Devora's face, returns his hand to his normal size, pushes your hair away from your face and says, "We're going to make a new Garden of Eden."
Friends live in this garden? Devora and Delion, can they live in this garden with us? Can you spare just them? Just them. Just them. Just Max and just Aubrey. Just let them live in a garden.
As a gift to you, Ambrose, you begged for me to just leave this city alone. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave its inhabitants alone. This is my gift to you. Your friends' lives. I am happy to do this for you. I know what they mean to you. I've watched from the sidelines for a long time. I've seen every moment. I've been at every single dark corner, and I understand you've lost your first coterie and you've found a new one. These are good friends of yours, yes. But you're coming home to family. Your friends will be safe. I can guarantee you that. That is my promise to you.
Could I leave them a letter? Could I leave them something? Could I tell them if they'll try to find me if I'm not here? They'll worry. Aubrey will worry. Max will worry so dearly. I can't leave them.
Well, from what I understand, they are currently inside that mansion right there, learning some spells to take care of these portals that the Harvester, who is extremely easy to puppeteer, let me tell you. They're going to be diffusing all of my portals that I had him build. So let's go back to where you first landed. Let's go back to the sewers that you used to call home, with your Nosferatu friends. We'll close up that one portal for them, and I'm sure they can find some nicely handwritten letters from you if you would like to take some time and write that out.
please.
Miracos, my stationery, please. And he opens up his jacket and he pulls out some very elegant looking folded up paper and a nice fountain pen. You can definitely write as we walk. And she stomps her foot on the manhole as it spins offward. Shall we?
There's never any use in running.
Oh.
And he descends.
You go first. And Delian looks at Miracos and says, once he puts the letters down, have our entire forces leave the city. I think we shall go north first and start up there. I will bring him with us. And don't forget, he outranks you now by far. And he jumps down, followed by Miracos, who brings the grate and closes it overhead. We now jump back and forward in time. Real quick, Robin, you okay?
No. Hey guys, just to let you know, I'm a great actor. I can put on the waterworks real good. I love y'all.
Just making
I'm
sure
doing
you're
great.
okay, my friend.
No, we're great. I do this. This is my job.
Cool. Good. Okay. Gentlemen, you have just jumped down into the sewers. You have Angelo, Lady Aisha, and Prince Felicity with you.
Jesus. What a team, huh?
What a group.
While the rest of the Tremere are going throughout the city to those other portals to close them up once and for all.
Yeah. You know, like, there's some times where I forget, like, oh, this is a horror game. This is a psychological nightmare for some of us. And then we get reminded just real fast about, like, what the truth is. And we go, oh, okay, cool. All right, let's go stop the general.
Well, you see, my followers, magic takes years to master unless you are me.
It took you an hour.
Hold on.
Well,
Thaddeus,
I'm a
the
fast
only
learner, which is bad news for my enemies.
the only person who's with you who you were teaching is the prince. The other Tremere
Damn
are
it.
they're all throughout the
I'm
rest of the
definitely
city.
not talking shit to the prince. Moving along.
Fucking shit to the brain. Yeah, got it so big, so quick.
I'm fine.
It's the toxic fumes of the sewers. It's bad.
Yeah. They're just
Very
taking a second.
Potently high.
So you get down there. Obviously, it is dark. It is dark down there. And it's eerily quiet. Like, you've been down there before, both of you, and you're used to hearing some sounds. There's usually something down there. It's starkingly silent
Love that
at the
for
moment.
us.
Love it. It's fantastic.
So we'll say that you guys know where you are in location to where the Nosferatu Sanctum used to be, and you start
We've
making
been there a few
your
times
way.
at this point.
Exactly.
We've been there a few times at this point. And every time we've been, it's been awful.
It's been just terrible.
Can't wait for it not to change.
Lady Aisha has her Khopesh out and ready. Angelo has turned into his beast form. He's letting it take over very easily because he's been edging that beast the whole evening since he found out that Thorn is Ambrose. And Prince Felicity, she is just
I also do some edging, but not around everyone.
Not that way.
Prince Felicity is just elegantly walking behind you. If anyone can elegantly walk in the sewer, she makes
Sure
it
they can
look.
find a way. I'm surprised no one told her the truth. That's so good. Love that for us. Love that. Can't wait for that bombshell to drop. Ooh, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
man,
great.
it's crazy how some people just keep secrets in their. I
If
didn't
I
even
had a
know.
heart, if I had a heartbeat, it'd be racing right now. And we're just leading.
We're in a dark place. Give me a few moments.
Please,
We have things to do.
two.
You
The three
hear
elders to the Nosferatu. It's like
while you're making your ways down, you hear the familiar running, watery footsteps and the gentle voice of Alphonse. You came back. You promised you'd be back, and here you are.
I did in fact promise that was a promise I made.
Never met this child. Is this another friend of yours?
This is a ghost. It's not a child at all. It's a grown man.
No, let's have it sit still so I can just take care of it then.
Well, no. This one's different. This is a different.
Of
ghost.
course, you'd say that about your friend, the ghost.
No, this is. I mean, they were friends with our other friends, Kiernan, first, and then.
Oh, now Kiernan has new friends.
Yeah. So this one can't go.
We don't need anything from them. We can just keep going.
Well, no, I will. Hey, hey, Alphonse, have you seen our other friend that's usually with us? The one that's all pockmarked up.
Oh yes, he was here earlier. Yeah, he brought two other friends with him.
How did they look? How were they? Were they okay?
Physically, yes, they were fine. They were walking behind him, your friend. Your friend looked very sad. He looked like he was not having a good time, though. He looked sad. The one who looked like a woman, she, well, was smiling the whole time.
Hate that.
And the man behind her, he didn't have really any emotion on his face, so I can't really tell.
Makes sense.
What does your friend mean by take care of me? What's he gonna do?
Alphonse, you're really killing the vibe.
No.
Oh.
They're already dead.
What's
dude.
a vibe?
They're also
Dead. I
Like
bet you know their whole backstory.
oh, no, I know
Was it
some of-
tragic? Well, guess what? So is everyone I know's backstory.
What is your deal?
Well, not
Anytime
impressed.
you meet other people, what's happening?
It's
here?
not every time. You just seem to have a lot of friends all of a sudden.
I have a lot of friends all the time. I'm a very charismatic person. You know this.
All right, he's dead. Does he want a cookie or an exorcism?
Well, no, wait.
Oh,
Were
I
they
haven't
talking
known a
about-
cookie in over 150 years.
Alphonse, are you not able to move on?
I can move, and you see him running in circles in the area. I can
I
move
don't see
fine.
I
No,
don't see that going.
move on to the next place.
A different sewer?
How's
Oh.
that coming too?
No, where your family might be in the afterlife.
Oh,
Maybe other friends.
oh, I had a choice. And I
and
chose to stay
you
here.
chose to stay.
I chose to stay
chose.
here.
Right-
The
right
other
at the
choice
end of
was
the tunnel.
darkness.
Oh!
Oh, so is that like true for everyone, or you just lived sort of terribly?
I can't really say for everyone, but for me, there was nothing afterwards. But then I saw someone and they said, "Do you want to stay, or shall you remain where you died?" So I remained where
Oh,
I
no.
died.
So you're bound to this place.
I am.
Well, that really sounds like a you problem, and we've got things to do.
Whoa! Hostility, please. It is just like
Is this what killing the vibe means that your friend spoke about?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
I think I understand.
Well,
were
we're
they-
pretty tormented by this place. We can leave.
Were they talking about anything? These three.
Yes, they were. Your friend, the one that I know, he was writing on some papers, and he said something along the lines of, "You promised not to harm them, and I just need to say goodbye to." Oh, that's right. He had to say goodbye to it.
Oh.
And you hear Lady Aisha in the back go, Sorry, what is it?
It's a defense mechanism. Okay. All right, Lily. All right. We're gonna try. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna try this. Fuck it. if that's who I think it might be,
I
oh, buddy. Fucking
I don't
damn
know
it.
that this is the best plan. if
Not the
we're
best
doing
place
what I
to
think we're doing.
I'm gonna wait for like a hot moment before we're in an open area before I
Well,
go summoning
At least
Lily.
Alphonse will be safe. He can't get any more dead.
Yeah, that's true. That's mean but true.
It's not mean. I'm pointing out the obvious. I
Yeah.
literally. I'm just feeling the room. I can do that because I'm tangible.
I'm just gonna wait until we're in a more open place before I go whistling. How about that? How about that? And I'm just gonna keep it. They went to the Nosferatu Sanctum, right?
Yeah,
The
where
one we
the
went to
other
before.
vampires used to be. Yes.
Cool.
The empty
What
place
about
now.
the sanctum?
Yes, thank you. Appreciate you.
Patty cake, yes.
You're the best.
Okay. Does it like pass through my hand?
Yeah.
It's like,
you see the hand come at you through your own hand.
Oof. Just, I'll be back. I promise. You gonna play some more?
Okay.
Okay.
He's never coming back.
Don't say that. God damn it.
I don't get to meet a lot of people, but I'm not so sure if I like you right now. You were okay, but now you seem to be kind of mean to me, and that's not nice. So I'm going to.
I'm sorry, Alphonse. I'm going through a lot right now. My boyfriend ran
understand.
away, probably because my winning personality. And that's more of a me thing, and I'm working on it.
I'm proud of you for working on yourself. Now,
Yes. Luckily, you don't have to. You're here, and there's no one down here.
Jesus Christ. We need to go.
the other three elders, Angelo, Aisha, and Prince Felicity, they march past and they go, I think we know where the sanctum used to be at this point, so we can all carry on. If you're done with your little ghost boy.
Yep. Done with you, Alphonse. I'll be back. We'll play some more. I promise. After this all said and done, and New Orleans is in danger, I promise I'll be back.
Okay.
There's a way to get you out of the sewer, like get you another place to live. I will figure that out for you,
Ooh.
Alphonse.
I appreciate that.
Because I don't think anybody should be stuck down here.
It's a kind gesture. We'll figure it out together,
That's-
maybe. And you see him just
my
like
friend.
slowly descend into the gray water.
Just into the.
That's not a better place for them.
Gravy.
It's the place they chose, you know.
At least they're intangible. I could banish him, but I really got committed to the whole bit.
Don't banish them. They're a nice kid, adult.
What?
I don't know
Oh, it's
what to
better
call
for them to be down here? Like I'm not doing them a
that's
favor?
their choice. It was literally their choice to be down here.
It was
man.
that or darkness. What if I could send them to not darkness?
Can you not send them to not darkness?
I don't know. I've just got my powers.
Why test it out? Why give it a moment?
I'm a fast learner. We'll maybe.
Maybe. Okay, we'll see.
All right.
We'll just take the lead again, knowing that Devora might be there. Devora's probably there. Oh, buddy,
All right.
buddy.
You guys take a few more minutes to get over to the old sanctum. A very large open expanse of a room that used to house over 100 Nosferatu. Max, where you remember the feeling of where the Ichor orb used to be?
Mm-hmm.
That same feeling is no longer present in this space.
I'm gonna walk over towards that area, looking around.
There is no orb anymore. It is gone. On the ground where it used to be are two envelopes. One with your name and one with Aubrey's name on it.
I'm gonna pick up mine and then hand over Aubrey's letter.
Lady Aisha comes over and she goes, "Well, where's the orb? Where is it?"
Appears it's been taken care of. I don't know. I didn't know there were anybody else who could get rid of it. Some tells me, and he like lifts up the letter. Someone tells me that this may give us a clue. I don't know. He's gonna open his to like look in it.
Robin, do you want to read your letter to Max, please?
God, you wrote letters? What the fuck, dog?
Darling Max, you're the heart I thought I lost long ago. You were never afraid to challenge me, to tell me when I was being a fool. I needed more than ever to hear that. I needed you and your strength. This isn't how I wanted things to end. I wanted to fight beside you in New Orleans until it was ours again, until we could walk the streets without fear. And now, at least you can. Never mind. Promise me that you will stand by the city. I trust you to hold it. And I know you'll curse me for leaving you. You're right to do so. Just know I didn't leave out of fear, but to protect you and Aubrey. This isn't goodbye, not really. I'll find a way back, even if it takes an eternity. Take care of Aubrey, Max, and keep him safe. Keep yourself safe. If I don't come back, tell Aubrey. Tell him I went home. Tell him I went to Yorkshire. Tell him I'm happy there. I'm back at home with Mum. You've been more of a brother to me. And I'm proud of you, of everything you've become. Thank you for never giving up on me, even when I'd given up on myself. Your love, your darling, Ambrose and Denise Windsor, a thorn in your side and hopefully one in your heart as well. You see, within your page, there are certain letters that are more highlighted than others, more darkened. Were you to read them and string them together if you were to take the time, should I tell you what they say?
Sure. I mean, I've already got a plan in my head, so he's already looking for ways to find you. If there's a way to find you in this letter, he's looking for it.
New Orleans safe. Don't go north. Don't look for me.
Oh.
Goodbye. Has Aubrey opened his letter?
A note? A damned note. Couldn't just stay put, could you? If this is some cryptic don't come find me nonsense, I'm going to set it on fire. This better say I'm safe and not some tragic farewell speech. Dear missing person, I hope you enjoy this long-ass lecture I'm going to give you when I find you as I cut it open. You left me searching the damn sewers for you.
Aubrey, my darling, I have a confession. One that I've kept for quite a while. Perhaps I was ashamed, or maybe I wanted to cherish this memory. Before our first meeting at the Princess Library, I knew who you were. In fact, I often flesh-crafted myself to sit in the audience as you sang. I wore a different face each night just to gaze up at you. Night after night, I watched you shine. And in those nights, I understood what my own fans might have felt, that parasocial draw to something so beautiful and bright. You were a roaring flame, and how could a moth such as I resist? I swore I wouldn't leave you. I wanted to keep you safe. You made me believe that love was possible again. And right now, well, you made me want to live, Aubrey. Listen to me. I don't have much time. I need you to survive this. I need you to fight. I need you to live for both of us. If I don't come back, no, damn it, I will come back. I will find you again, even if I have to claw my way out of... The page ends with a long scratch mark. down to the very end where the pen draws down the page and rips it at the bottom as if he wanted desperately to keep writing. And you two have little highlights in your letter. I am hers now. I'm afraid.
Max.
Max, do you have a dog that knows how to sniff incredibly well and can smell past the sewage this has been sitting in?
He whistles the whistle.
Okay.
Call for Lily.
Your whistle is echoed back to you through the tunnels and chambers of the sewers system. It reaches the further depths of the heart of the city. With the resonance that you are pushing out this sound, you can almost feel it reverberating off the walls and back at you. Angelo turns and goes, "Why are you whistling? What, are you calling someone to come here? What's going on?"
Give it a second.
You all sit there for long moments, and the echoes of your whistle have died down and stopped a good long while ago now. Nothing else comes out of the darkness.
Don't feel anything. Don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything. You don't feel any tremor movement. You don't. Nothing. It is.
Many voices.
You don't hear many voices. You don't hear hands slapping against the walls and pulling its giant body across. Nothing.
And he holds the letter up. They've been taken north by the one responsible for this.
Prince Felicity comes over and says, "Do you mind if I read that really quickly?"
You're gonna be mad, but sure. He hands it over.
She takes her time reading it and coming over to share it with Angelo and Lady Aisha. And then after reading it multiple times over, you see her following it with her finger to the bottom, going back to the top and going back over again and again and again. And then she just hands it to Angelo. So, you were working with Ambrose. From what I can tell, you've been keeping Ambrose alive. Ooh, it's very easy to read this quote-unquote hidden message within his penmanship. What exactly is happening? Why should we not go north? And who is she?
She would be Devora, the one responsible for the blood hunt on Ambrose Windsor to begin with. Impersonating them, tormenting them, and is also, I believe their sire? Yeah, their sire. And the one responsible, I'm gonna assume, for all this mess we're a part of right now.
Very good. And it says here that Ambrose was taken. So I can gather this was not his doing by any stretch of the means. if he was taken by his sire, what's north? There's an entire rest of the country north. What is north? And then Lady Aisha chimes in. New York is north. New York is where it started. His sire was here, you say? This Devora? And the Devora is the one responsible for the blood hunt that was enacted upon Ambrose, the one who was masquerading. This Devora masqueraded as Ambrose to break breach of masquerade.
My understanding, yes.
I have a few calls I need to make. And you see her move further into the antechamber of the sanctum, and she fumbles with her sides looking for something in one of her pockets. Angelo then turns to you and goes, okay, so are they still here? What does your letter say? And he points over to Aubrey.
Nothing of merit.
Can I see this nothing of merit?
He's kind of like lost in imagining every front row of every show he's ever been to.
Oof. Ouch. Pain. Heart.
Angelo, if you think you can discern something more than I, go right ahead.
He just takes it and starts looking at it. Very obvious looking at the scratched out bottom line. And he goes, either they were leaving quickly or the pen was taken out of his hand, because your friend, after saying all this heartfelt stuff, would not just end it like this. It looks like it was
the same conclusion I drew, but I imagine that that's obvious to everyone that they did not leave.
okay. Oh my god, my brain. Okay, so Ambrose is not that bad of a person, I guess. After everything we've been through and everything he's been through, and oh god, what the hell's going on? There's too many variables, I can't see it.
I too am not thinking clearly, Ambrose.
This is a very fucked up society we live in, where a lot of sires abuse the power they wield happily and easily, and it is cursed upon those they raise or don't raise.
Angelo turns to you, Max goes, to interject. I'm gonna ask you again. What was that whistle for? Is that like a secret code for you and Ambrose?
No. That whistle was supposed to call a creature that Ambrose had created.
You see Prince Felicity's falter a second. Haha. You said that Ambrose created a creature down here. So Tzimisce are known for making things. We are all aware of this. There are two things that Tzimisce typically loves to make, depending on how powerful they are, and I guess we don't know the extent of Ambrose's true powers, because we've never seen it in action. He's always been masquerading as the Nosferatu. Have you two ever heard of a Slacha?
The giant flesh golem. This one was the worm. I'm gonna cut this off. This one was the worm.
A worm. It was a
giant
worm?
About the size of a couple subway tunnels.
Ah, fuck.
My eyes just keep getting wider and wider every time you just tell secrets. I'm just like,
Hey, at this point, fuck it. At this point, like you look at you look at Max, and Max looks at you, and it's just like the time for secrets is so far away. Like this is not even. Yes.
Is it?
At this point, yes.
I too am done with diplomacy, but I don't understand how telling them this will help us now, as Lily is nowhere to be found.
That's what's worrying me.
It has a name. Angelo, do you hear this?
Oh, great.
Our
now I'm
friend
jealous.
Ambrose made a vazoid and let it loose in our sewer system, and its name is Lily.
It's just a little one, like a tiny vasoid.
I'm not so sure how familiar you are with vazoids, but they are extremely difficult to control, even by their creators, and they are nothing but hungry forces of anger, and they will attack and destroy and attack and consume until
Oh, then that must not have been what this was. This was very controlled.
Honestly, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this one was very calm, honestly.
Maybe we had our things wrong.
Mm. Well,
This one was very, just absolutely darling child.
I wouldn't say darling or child. His,
do you know
It was
where
under
it
control.
resides? Do you know its
In the sewers
lair?
here.
I would know because Ambrose told me several times.
You have actually been close to it when you were here last. You were at its abode.
Yeah. Was that north?
It was in one of the like service areas.
Yeah.
Is finding the worm going to help us find Ambrose? Is that the plan?
I hope we get some answers.
The worm.
Yep. I'm the worm.
I'm learning things every day. I'm sorry if I'm not thinking clearly. I'm trying to make that their problem, not mine.
It's a big learning day for a lot of people today.
I'm mostly not feeling very diplomacy-y.
Before we move on, does anyone need to take a bio break? Does anyone have to take a 5-minute bathroom break?
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm here.
All right. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna cut here, and once again, time travel to Ambrose. Ambrose, you had just deposited the two letters on the floor. And Devorah says, and Delion says to you, well, is there anything else that you would like to do before we make our way out? Is there anyone else you would like to make a letter to?
If I may, I have a vazoid here. My Lily.
Oh, I know. I can feel its presence down over that way.
Should we... To serve you better, perhaps it would be more prudent if we took her. To use at your disposal, of course.
One of those words in that sentence will happen. Let's go, shall we?
They're disposing them.
And he just marches off into the darkness, as if being called by the presence of Lily. Walking as if knowing exactly where your vazoid lives. And as he turns around the corner, you hear him do the whistle. Your whistle to call the vase. General Midorkos puts his hand on your shoulder and says, come now, we must move forward. You're not going to want to miss this.
Oof. What are we going to do?
And he just starts to slowly push you out of the antechamber and following where Devorah and Delion had left out to. You hear Lily making its way through the chambers, the sewers, the slapping of its skin as it's pulling itself, and the multiple hues of voices coming from it. And then you hear Andelion go, oh, you beautiful thing, there you are. This is very good work. This is very good work, Ambrose, I must say. I'm very impressed.
Devor,
And Delion.
and Delion, sire. And he stares at the hand caressing his creation, his prized creation he loves, akin to a child. Sire, what do you mean to do? She is formidable. I promise you, she can touch. I can make her stronger. She can be of such use to you. I know it.
I'm not going to do anything, Ambrose.
Thank you,
are.
sire. Thank you.
You are. I have my Vazoids. Nowhere near the city. They were all dispersed outward. Easy to hide. Easily tucked away. Easy to transport. Look at this gigantic worm. Look at this massive thing that you've made. I do. I applaud you. I congratulate you on such a magnificent feat, but this is a dead giveaway. Of course, there's going to be plenty of dead giveaways once my plan gets into action, but all in due time. I cannot have that happen just yet. You have 5 minutes before we take over.
As you command. His tone drops. He becomes hard, trying to weed out his emotions, the weakness, trying to do what must be done, and thinking of Aubrey and Max. It won't take but a moment. Is he alone now?
Yep.
Come here, my girl. Come here. And he slides his hands down her body, walking up and down the long, curling, worm-like body.
Sorry, so much noise.
You've been so very good. And I love you. You know that. I love you so much, Lily. I gave you a little collar. I used to have a dog named Poppy. But she wet herself too often and, well, she had to be put down. She was so old. Didn't like that. You are so very good. And he comes back up to her head and slides his hands into her mouth. I want you to feel nothing but happiness. I want you to feel bliss as if you're melting into a pool of it. And then he's going to rip open the mouth. It screams and roars and makes ungodly, horrific sounds as he rips and destroys. Tendons snap and break. At first are tears coming down his face. He's crying, he's shaking. He looks sick, haunted, and then when it's all done, he stands in the middle of this chamber, her nest, where he put pillows in and blankets, and a little music box in the corner where he would come down and wind it for her. There's this look on his face. It's a hollow look, like someone who's seen war and is completely desensitized and numb by it. And he turns and walks out of the chamber. He goes out to meet Mercos and Endelion. He bows ever so slightly and hands one of the ribs that he carved into a rose to Endelion.
He takes it and goes, "Well, where is she?"
Handled it.
Where is she?
Gone.
Oh, Ambrose. And you see him push past you and look at the mess and goes, "Oh, well, this just won't do." And he reaches down and grabs a few small pieces and just, you see him start like molding in his hand. And then it comes back over to you. He goes, "I said transport it. Mine are transportable." And he reaches his other hand out to you, and there's Lily, no larger than a thumb, in the palm of his hand. "You get to keep your pet and make it better. I told you that I have countless vase that I can transport and move safely. You are still such a child, and I can't wait to teach you so many things. Now, I think it's time that we take a trip back to New York." And he takes you by the hand and starts walking deeper and deeper into the sewers with you. General
Ambrose will lace his hand with hers, and it's a cold acceptance. Nothing of warmth.
Of course not.
Resolute acceptance.
General Miracos, taking up the back end, stops at the rest of the pieces of Lily, picks up a rather bloody piece and starts writing something on the wall in the blood. Takes a step back, looks at it, nods in approval and drops the piece, and follows the three of you as the darkness consumes each one of you. Ambrose, your story in New Orleans has come to an end. Gentlemen, we go forward in time now, as you two are walking down towards where you know Lily's lair typically was. At one point had been. Coming around the corner, you begin to notice something else is different. There is a smell there that overpowers the stench of the sewers. It is a putrid smell of something rotting, something that has been rotting for a good long time. And the closer you get, obviously, the stronger the pungent smell becomes. If you're looking at the water that you're trying very hard not to step in, you notice that it starts to change from that grayish water to a brown, to a clay-like red, and then as you go closer, you can definitely tell that the water is bloodied. coming from further down the sewers.
This part of the sewer is extra disgusting.
Max can't hear you.
Something tells me you haven't seen the worst of it quite yet.
I'm kind of hoping I have. This is definitely the worst dungeon crawl we've ever been on. We've had quite a few games of cockatrices and corridors.
And I think that the two of them, I guess, are leading the rest of them
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
aftermath of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing says powerful mortal being like raw sewage, and I imagine we stumble upon it.
Yeah, you
Raw
you
sewage,
definitely come
body parts
upon.
and gross.
It is a mess of body parts. The tearing was not delicate, and the pieces that came off were equally so. Mounds upon mounds upon mounds of flesh and viscera are just strewn about.
Next time someone says we need to go underground, I'm going to just say no.
Do we see any other signs of any other people being here?
You do see above the bodies, the body parts, you do see the words written on the side of the wall. It reads all of 2 lines. It says, "Goodbye, my friends. For now, you're safe."
What's that? Don't look for me? Oh, darling, try to stop me.
Max is just gonna like walk up to the blood, and he's just gonna, not even thinking about it, not even thinking towards it. He's taking a nice, long inhale, and then he is going to look for that scent as he begins to hulk out and grow.
Okay. All right. You can definitely pick it up. It's coming. It is going further down a side channel. It's you've taken in enough to the point where you almost open a new sense where you can see where it is, and you see it lead down and up a ladder to another manhole.
And he just finishes swelling, and he's not angry but frustrated. He doesn't say anything as he just starts to go towards that area, and he looks he looks over his shoulder, and he's like, looks over to Lady Aisha.
She is very focused on the dead Lily, the pieces that, because she is shocked at what was underneath everyone's feet this whole time.
Yes. Lady Aisha,
Snaps her head to you.
your quarry is this way.
You see the Kopesh. It's been unsheathed the whole time since she's been down here. You see it do a quick swirl around her wrist, and she marches right towards your direction. Lead on.
Like a pack leader does. He will lead the charge.
All right. You make your way up the ladder, moving the manhole cover, making sure no one's around, peeking your head out, and hopping out. Aubrey, are you following, or what are you doing in this
Of course.
moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. You are following right behind Lady Aisha, who is. You are then tailed by the prince, and then Angel taking up the rear.
Angelo, it's been Edge and Darkness and taking up the rear. He's had a hell of a session.
You.
Damn these things.
You guys finally make it above ground, and the sweet, fresh air is a welcome difference. Max, the scent continues about 20 feet forward, and then it is just gone.
Max is going to call out for every bird, every cat, every possum, every single animal under his watch to him and give them a simple order. Find Ambrose Windsor. Find the scent. And he's got something of Ambrose's, I'm sure. He's got the letter. Fuck it. He's got the letter.
So, you make the call, and almost immediately, there's a squirrel off to the side, and you hear it doing the call that they make, and you hear it go, hi, hello.
I need you to find someone for me, and I need you to find them now. Not later, not an hour, now. Can you do that for me?
If you're looking for the people that came out of the hole before you,
Yes.
they're gone. They got into a car.
And he like leans in. And he like lifts the note to their nose. And this is the coldest he's been to animals. Find them.
I don't think that I can find a car that has left about 45 minutes ago. And then as he's explained to you, you hear some of your crow friends come to the area. One of them is obviously Tony. He flies down. All right, so what's going on?
I need you to fly your best flyers. I need you to find ones that smell like this.
Smell.
Those-
And then the squirrel goes,
They'll lead.
they got into a blue car. They got into a blue car. The three of them, and they went. And then Tony goes, okay, all right, blue car, okay, we can find blue cars.
They're probably driving out of the city, so look for that.
Okay, all right, yeah, no problem. We'll look for blue car. Sure, no problem. We'll do our best. And the crows, they fly off. The squirrel stays where it is. He's pretty resolved in the fact that he's not going to be able to chase down a car that left 45 minutes ago from where he is.
Yeah. Hey man, you never know. It could be a speedy pick. Who knows?
At this moment, Lady Aisha, Prince Felicity, Angelo, Aubrey, and Max, all your phones are starting to like blow up. Like text message after text after text after text after text. And upon opening it, you all see each group that had been sent out of the Tremere. They are all saying, "It's taken care of. It's done. We close it. There's no more. Everyone's back to normal. Message has been relayed. memories have been altered. And then one of them, after all of that, maybe 10 minutes later, says, "City is secure again." Prince Felicity comes closer between the two of you, puts her hand on Aubrey's shoulder, and says, "I don't think that you understand the gravity of your actions tonight, Aubrey. You have saved our city. You have helped keep the masquerade, even through a gigantic breach, which was of no fault of you or your coterie. And you have returned to us lost knowledge. These actions will not go unforgotten by any means whatsoever. I thank you from the deepest part of me, and the city thanks you as well."
Well, good news. Bad news is emotionally, I've lost something that cannot be returned.
I understand that, and though I am empathetic, this might be one of those sacrifice one for the many type situations.
No, this is one of those. I don't care if I'm exiled. I don't care if I'm blood hunted. I don't care if I'm in the wrong. I'm never going to give up. And nothing is going to stop me.
From what? Stop you from what?
From finding them.
You intend on leaving?
I intend on paying back the favor they made of making me feel alive again. And until I do that, until I spend the rest of my life making them feel like they've made me feel, then yes, I intend on leaving.
Is there nothing that I can do to keep you here? I had high intentions of making a station for you here.
What good are positions? Do you feel complete because of your station?
It's a wonderful question, and to be completely honest, I don't think that any kindred has ever felt complete in their second life.
For a time I did.
Angelo, I would like for you to please put 3 of your best peoples outside of that church, the one where Aubrey hid his mother away, and you make sure that that place and she are well guarded and taken care of until the end of her days. We've known for a long time, Aubrey, about your mother. My hounds are everywhere. They see everything. Apparently not, though. I mean, there was a Vazoid underneath our feet the whole time, but in matters like this, they were aware, and we kept our eyes on your mother, making sure that nothing befell her. But now, out of respect to you and her, and a thanks, I will make sure that she is safeguarded at all times, day and night. What else do you need before you leave?
I think I need training.
And then she just simply goes, "You have your sire's card, yes?
I do.
I am making a decree right now that he is to go with you to train you on your adventure as you find your friend, and he will stop training you when you feel that you have learned enough without his help. Does that suffice for you?"
And Prince, I am going to get them, and I am going to return. And I look forward to sharing with you the tales of my success.
I look forward to hearing them. And when you do return, I intend on opening a Tremere Sanctum here, and I would be very, very honored if you would be the one to run it.
It would be the single greatest honor of my lifetime.
It is more than deserved and earned. Aubrey, please, I will have someone bring you a car, and I will make sure that Michael is there with you. Max? I fear to say that your coterie is breaking up currently. Will you go with him or will you stay?
I'm sick of abusive elders winning. I'm sick of seeing people I care for hurt because of the selfishness of others. I'm going to use my power however I can use it to grow and find them. Because the true villain deserves to be stopped and snuffed from this plane of existence. I don't hold grudges often, but I'm starting to learn to.
So you'll be leaving the city as well then?
Temporarily, but I do have people that can replace me as the leaders of my clan. Someone who's done it long before I have.
I had high hopes for you as well. You are a pillar of might in many, many ways in this city. For not just kindred community, but for the mortals as well. You are the better version of me. I cannot do for the city what you can do. The vacancy of Prince in Baton Rouge still stands. I would love nothing more than going home and taking my old title back there. And I would be remiss if you would not don the responsibility here. No longer Primogen of your clan, but Prince Maximilian of New Orleans. I completely understand if you need to follow your heart and your purpose to find your coterie member and bring justice. As Aubrey is to return as well, I do hope that you will. And upon doing that, I would gladly step down from this seat of power and give it to you freely. Is this something that you would be willing to take? You speak of having elders who don't respect the younger ones, who don't teach, who don't guide and mold. This is where you can make all the changes happen. You can rewrite kindred law for this city. You can rewrite how it is all done. I will take no as an answer if you do not wish it. But I truly hope that you say yes.
I think Max looks at them, looks at Angelo, looks at Lady Aisha, looks at Aubrey. It fights every portion of my being. Thanks to being changed into kindred. To not throw up in my mouth at the concept of me being Prince. To be granted that much authority, that much political nonsense. And he looks over. I will only take the job. And he looks over Lady Aisha. If you find the right one this time, and you let Ambrose know his city waits for him to return.
Lady Aisha sheaths her khopesh back onto her hip and says, "The call was already made while we were in the sewers. I reached out to the Prince of this New York City and explained that it wasn't truly Ambrose. The hunt has been called off for him. Your friend is a free kindred." Prince Felicity then says, "I would also like to make note that the city of New Orleans will forever be an Elysium for Ambrose whenever he returns. If he returns. The city is a free place for him. He has made his mark here. He has proven himself. And we owe him endless gratitude and thanks. It is quite literally the least that we can do."
You just have to find him and tell him. And make sure that bitch learns what the previous prince learned.
Understood,
Make it
Max.
extra sharp for me, please.
Lady Aisha then pushes her way forward, gets right next to you, chest to chest, and leans in and says, "My blade still hungers for blood. There's nothing more thrilling for me than the start of a new hunt. I will make it so. Even better. And she takes out her phone, shoots a quick text. I will have 3 more hunting with me. And then she just starts to walk away. She leaves everyone. Her hunt has started.
I'm not gonna stop that. I'm not gonna stop that. That's something up. That's your friend.
Angelo walks over and goes, can I still be your sheriff? My prince.
Do you want the job?
And he like squints and looks over at the Prince Felicity. Looks back at you. He goes, I never wanted the fucking job, but if it's you as the prince, yes, no offense. No offense. I respect you, but I never wanted this. And Felicity just goes, not many people want the title of sheriff. It is a daunting task, but yes, if Max, if you do take this title, you will get to appoint whomever you want.
Guess I'm becoming prince. I'll be prince if you miss your home so badly. He's like physically like, I want to die. Crazy.
Then it's settled. Just as they're saying that, a very nice like a Lincoln Town car that pulls up behind, and Mike Nelson steps out. Well, Aubrey, I hear we're taking a little trip.
Yes. I'm thinking, I have some people that need to meet me. People that should have killed me first, but now it's too late for them.
Okay, well, where to?
New York City.
Oh god, the Big Apple. All right, it's gonna be a long one. Let's get some snacks for the road, and then we'll make our way out. You want to say goodbye to everybody, or I don't know when we're coming back.
Certainly, Max, if nothing else. I've been saying my goodbyes to the city for a long time, but I'm sure my friend has a lot to do here. I heard that he is the prince now.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Prince Max.
It's gonna take a second to get used to.
He really struggled with just being a knight.
It's stop. People stop saying titles in front of me, please, for like a second, please.
You're still my child,
Prince.
says Angelo.
That one I'm okay with. He walks over to Aubrey.
Well, my prince, it seems I have to get
Stop
back
it.
to you as soon as possible.
If
You know what kind of trouble you get in when you're not being watched.
Of course, this is the most trouble of all troubles. Hey, if you're gonna truly become the greatest wizard of our time, try not
Was
to
that
piss
really
off
doubt?
any. Well, I believe you're going to. Just don't piss off any other wizards. may want to upstage you.
Well, you know me, I'm very good at making new friends.
Friends, enemies, frenemies.
I don't like it when you say friends. It implies that there are other people out there.
You're going to make a whole lot of friends. Aubrey. And you are going to learn a lot, I hope. And then you're going to come back down here. We are going to watch. We're going to go on the fan boats wearing our favorite dick beater shirts. And then we are going to play a nice game of CNC.
I look forward to that. Easier life, but a lot of not easy is in front of us right now. I don't suppose I could convince you to come with.
Seems I've got a job making sure that this city doesn't get invaded by more dinosaurs or shadow people or ghosts for the next foreseeable few centuries.
Prince Felicity says, the title of Prince can wait if you would like to head out with your friend. I did give you that option, Max. You don't have to assume title right away.
No, he's a stay-at-home vampire now.
It's not a
No
remote
more
job.
alley-catting around.
You have to become friends with more animals. You have to learn to speak with animals
Look.
as a spell. You have to learn.
I've survived Eldridge sewer nightmares. I certainly don't need any more friends.
Do I have to come with you to make sure that you don't cause people to have brain bleeds and
Well-
that you stay alive? 'Cause I will.
If you want to ensure that
I
I live,
literally
you'll...
got the option to I literally got the option to come with you. It's right
I
there.
mean, I'm not going to twist your arm or anything, but if you want people to survive this journey, well, there's room for you in the car. But you're not
Angel-
the prince of my car.
Angel leans over to you and says, "Hey, Max, if you're leaving, I'm sure that Easy would be a fantastic primogen."
Oh, I had no doubts about that. I mean, it was his job to begin with. It kind of took. And I'm not trying to take that one again, and then take this one. He looks over to Prince Felicity. Take yours. Just I know you want to get home, but I gotta make sure he doesn't die, because he will die to some spell or something, and I have to slap the fuck out of Zamitzi. So I gotta do that real quick. It shouldn't take too long to do that. And I want to make sure Felicity doesn't get all the hits in. Not Felicity. I'm sorry. Lady Aisha doesn't get all the hits in. I'll at least get one or two pops.
Well, I have no problem staying here until you both return. I wish you the best, and please, if you need anything, you have my number. I know people throughout the country. I can send help when needed.
All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna get clothes on the way, or are we 'cause this is a new car. This is a good car. This is a solid car.
Yeah, seriously, after the sewer, on a scale of 1 to 10, how obvious is it that I crawled through a literal sewer?
You look.
Mike Nelson pulls out a Macy's bag and goes, "I got you all covered. I wasn't expecting someone of your size, so we're gonna have to make a stop back at your place. But yeah,
He likes squeezing into tight things.
Are there duck pants in that bag?
you know what? Sure, there's duck pants in there. Why not?
Let's go.
There was a sale on this suit, so it's a baby blue with some yellow duckies on there.
I'm cool with that. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. And then we'll get in. And we'll go to New York.
The
Get
scene
back.
ends with the Lincoln Town Car making its way through the city. Prince Felicity and Angelo heading back to the mansion while contacting the rest of the Tremere, letting them all know that they need to rendezvous back at headquarters. The city has been saved from the aftermath of the Harvester. all the Icar portals had been closed. The original place where the harvest was working out of in the graveyard has been completely destroyed. Any remnants of his teachings or learnings and etc., have been completely vanquished and taken out. The night is late. Sun will be rising soon. There's already information being sent to the medias, the newspapers, magazines, and other outlets that an unfortunate contaminant had breached the water mains, which infected a good number of people to be stuck in a frozen space for a few hours until, unbeknownst to the citizens of New Orleans, a Tremere, a Tzimisce, and a Gangrel had saved both kindred and mortal lives that night. The three of you now headed to New York. Two of you on one mission, one of you on a completely different path. The future has not yet been written for you three. But that is a story for a different chronicle. As we close this final page and chapter on darkness over New Orleans. Thank you so much, my friends, for 2 years of this story. So much has come out of you three to tell this tale. Emotion, heart, laughter, sadness, mixed bag of it all. And you've done it masterfully. And thank you to all of you who have joined us, whether you were here from our first episode, if you're just finding us about us now. We appreciate you, we thank you, and we truly hope you enjoyed this adventure with us in our tale. Who wants to start the exits?
Oh, I don't know. So that means it's over. Well, I'll start, I guess. Thank you, everyone, for following this story for 2 freaking years. Wow. Ambrose was somebody I created during a really, really dark time. So to see him
Excuse me.
come towards the end on a different dark path, but his story isn't over yet. Who knows when it'll be picked up again? But I really enjoy where we've left off for now. And thank you again for sticking by us, and thank you to my 3 hosts to create and collaborate on this wonderful story. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for supporting us and all of our art, and thank you. I have been Ambrose Windsor, Tzimisce. Good night.
Who would like to take the stage next?
Go ahead, my friend.
Hi, everybody. Hey. This feels weird. Feels strange, but at the same time, very calming and very just like, yeah. Hi, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, and I have been your Gangrel child to Primogen to Prince of New Orleans. And I don't even know what to say. Like this is 2 years. This is 2 years of a story we've been telling with all our hearts. And it's good to end, but at the same time, I don't want this game to ever end. I want to keep going and keep telling stories, and we will eventually to tell more stories with one another. But we're gonna take a little break, a little siesta, We're gonna get our boy back. Get our boy
Hell
back.
yeah.
I don't care how much ink we gotta spill to write these pages. We're gonna get our boy from the first. Yeah, we're gonna try. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your feedback, your excitement for when episodes came out, your excitement during chat. Thank you for the art from people enjoying the clips that we made. Thank you for enjoying us. We love your faces, and can't wait to tell more stories. Ugh, I'm sad.
Blood in hand, war in mind. Fate is cruel, but she's not blind. I've hoped they said their goodbyes because this is gonna get messy. I've been Aubrey Valentine. Thank you for joining us. We will see you again all too soon.
I can sit here and thank you all, my friends, our cast, and you all in chat. And we see you, Alec.
See you, buddy.
We love you,
See
Kieran.
brother.
See you, big dog.
We see you.
We love you.
Thank you for being
We
here.
love you. We miss you.
Unhinged apocalypse.
I will end with this. To tell a story with this amount of gravitas that we have done takes a lot of trust and a lot of dedication. And to have the three of our cast members and you in chat to put that trust in each other and our story fills me with endless joy. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for being with us. We'll see where this next step goes. We love you and thank you. We're going to send you off to a much nicer stream. We're going over to Quincy's Tavern.
Oh,
So-
Quincy.
See.
They're
Every story
doing
need not
Outer
end.
Wilds
There's
right
Quincy's
now.
Tavern.
Exactly. So once again, thank you everyone. We love you. Let's
Good evening.
go to Quincy's. Good night,
Let's
everyone.
finish it up at the tavern.
That's good aftercare.
Yeah.